You've heard me talk about how important journaling is and why I think it's very important for people to get into it, or how beneficial it can be to those who are wanting to have a more meaningful life. And it's brought a lot of meaning into my life, and I thoroughly enjoy doing it because of just getting to understand myself a little bit more. Here's my cat. But at the same time, I understand that journaling is not for everyone. People don't want to have stacks of different journals, one for the morning, one for their commonplace, one for just like daily journal entries, and might want to consolidate things into one physical thing. I also understand that a lot of people don't like to journal or write on digital devices like on your computer, on the Notes app. You might want to write physically, so maybe you have an iPad, maybe you have a Remarkable. But the thing that I find with those devices, from my experiences, is that it's very hard to just focus on the things that you want to do, which is writing or sketching or drawing, because there's a lot of fluff with those devices. There's a lot of applications. You can't get away from notifications. You can't get away from clicking on on other things or away from the things that you're wanting to focus on. So it's very hard. I have an alternative for you, something that I personally use. Quick note before I continue moving forward. The last thing I want to do in this channel is sell you guys on a product that I don't think would serve me for the purpose of living a meaningful life and just living slower. So when I recommend a physical product or a good, it's because I'm excited to talk about it. I think it's been really useful for me. I think it'll be really useful for you guys. So you let me know in the comments down below if this is, something that you've looked into. Maybe you have one of these, maybe you do have an ink tablet, or maybe you're looking to transition from physical medium over to a more simplified digital medium. So let's get into this and kind of just give you a rundown of why I think this might be a good alternative for people who are wanting to get into writing, but don't want to go the full analog route. Now, what's really cool about this specific e-ink tablet is that it has a lot of applications that are very useful and non-internet dependent. So what I mean by that is that they won't bother you with notifications. They are going to be productivity centered, which kind of just means that they are going to work for you, not against you. They are there for when you need them, and they're easy to store away for when you don't need them. This is a writing first centered piece of device that is very purposeful. And at the end of the day, I wanted to align with you guys' lives with what you're trying to get out of the device versus what the device is trying to get out of you. So this tablet, I don't think you can see like the size comparison. So this is just like a regular size pen that comes with the purchase of the tablet. I don't think it's free. I don't remember it's free. I think you do get a charge for it. But just like a size comparison, and then this is a deck of playing cards, just so you can see what that looks like. This is very thin as well. They do have cases for them. They have one that's like see-through. I just went with the white one. I don't really use a case. This is very rugged too, so it's like I've dropped it a couple times. This isn't like a glass screen. It's like a membrane sort of screen that's like has like a rubber. Like if you really like put my nail into it, there's like a memory rubber sort of like screen on it, but it doesn't feel rubbery. So the cool thing about this product is that, like I was saying, it's a writing first product. So the pencils that come with it, or they're literally just a stylus, just a fancy stylus that I really like because it resembles, like, this looks like a pilot pen, right? The writing on this, I'm just gonna, hello, pretty horrible writing. Um, the writing on this feels very genuine. It feels very, very organic. Like it almost resembles like a one-to-one feeling of writing on a piece of paper with like a rollerball pen, like a really nice rollerball pen. When it kind of just like glides on the paper. This is exactly what it feels like. There are some like touch mechanics with like deleting things or like moving things around, which again is just very simple, very easy. I don't want to get into like the full specs of everything that this does. I kind of want to just showcase and talk about why I think this is a good alternative. So as you can see, like I have a variety of different notes. The way that I used this in the past was, like I said, just like taking it to Japanese class because I would take a lot of like Japanese notes. I can add files, I can add stickers, which makes it really fun actually. Here, I'll show you some stickers. Like I've downloaded some stickers from online. There's some stickers that are like built in. Um, you can see some of this. You can hand draw your own sketches and turn them into stickers, um, which is really cool. This is one that I made. It says nope, and I write it, I sketch it out, and I turn it into a sticker, which is really cool. Which again just allows you to personalize this, customize this however you want, which I think is really cool. And it's a big goal and a mantra for the company, which is Supernote, for you to be able to customize it or organize your files however you want. It can link with things like Dropbox and like Google Drive and like your Google Calendar. I opted out to not do that just because I don't want to see my email in another device. I don't want to have a lot of things synced up to my calendar in another device. I don't use this for like a calendar. I have a physical um, calendar and I have a Hobonichi Weeks that I use predominantly. But this will like sync some things like work related things like my team meeting or stuff like that. I can still write into this and like make notes and like annotations and like circle things, which is really cool. And there's like a daily view, a week's view, and the monthly view. Really cool that it has those things built in. Again, if you have this or if you're looking for something like this, it'd be really cool. You're also able to like import templates that you can find online that you can reuse over and over again. Again, you're not able to do this through the tablet itself, but you could download documents. So like I have this layout or setup for like a to-do thing that kind of just copies over and over again. So I'll write my to-do, laundry, I'll check it, today's Monday, and then I put today's date, right? So it's pretty simple for that. There's an actual like to do thing here that I've never used. They do have a physical app that you can utilize to like sync documents and stuff there, but it won't ping or notify you of like, hey, you should do this, like, hey, you to do like that's what I like about this. It's like it acts like a true almost actual tangible like notebook physical planner. Like I said before, it also has like the Kindle application in here, which I think is very neat. So instead of carrying your notepads and your Kindle all the time, you can kind of carry it just like all in one thing. I appreciate with this is that you are able to read and listen to the book at the same time, which you can't do on the Kindle. I might be wrong. I might just have the wrong Kindle. I don't use my Kindle very much. I rather just have the physical book so I can annotate and like take notes and put like sticky notes and stuff like that. But if you're on the go, you have a really fat book like The Way of Kings, and you don't want to take that everywhere, which I totally understand. Um, this could be a good alternative for that. And maybe you are more into reading when you read on an e-reader than a physical book, or maybe you just don't have the space to hold a lot of books and you're wanting to just read online on your e-reader, but also take notes and annotate and stuff like that. So this pairs very well with that. So again, I won't go into like super detail on it. Now, another really cool thing that this has, it's a sketchpad feature. If you're wanting to doodle, if you're wanting to kind of just create more like detailed illustrations, but you don't want the blow of something like Procreate or like the extensive features of something like Procreate or an iPad or something like it's very portable. That is just quite literally meant for you to kind of just sketch, and it's very limiting on the things that you're able to do. This is a really good alternative. And you'll see this here, like people will make illustrations all the time. Like this screensaver that I have, I found it online I actually purchased this from whoever created it, who were also like making the stickers. They made this on the Supernote, which is really cool. So it's not limiting at all. If anything, it's just really telling on the quality of things that you can make on here, without just like distracting yourself from like all the other applications and worrying about brushes and things like that. Like it just has like a pen, a marker, an eraser. You can change the thickness of like the pencil. And then you can zoom in and you can export and you can do like a whole bunch of stuff. So overall, to kind of just summarize it, um, the gist of this video was just to show you guys that if you're not looking to go fully analog, there are digital ways that you could write and still retain the analog feel. Something like this might be for you. I've used an iPad before. I've tried like a Remarkable. My mom had a Remarkable and like I've tried hers. It just still feels very digital and it feels like you are being distracted from the thing that you're actually wanting to do, which is, you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on these devices, and it's still stealing your focus and your attention from the purpose that you're trying to bring into your life. This is a good alternative, and I'll leave the website down like below for you to check out. I'm not sponsored by any way. They're not paying me to do this. I bought this with my own money. I wanted to kind of just show you what could be done, and there's like a ton more features that I didn't go into. Just something super surface level, something you guys can look into, or if you do have a Supernote, you can leave it down in the comments down below. And like, I would love to know what your experience has been with this. If you want to subscribe for more videos like this, that'd be really cool. Again, I'm trying to just grow this channel. In the past, I've created a variety of different things from cameras to tutorials, and throughout my journey of kind of just growing as a creator and like growing as a person, I want to make content that's actually useful, that's going to help people, that's going to resonate with people, that's going to bring meaning to their life, or kind of just educate them on things that I like doing, things that I've done in the past that maybe I can pass on information to. So if you want to hang out and you know you can support me that way. But aside from that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.